Thank you. Today I'd like to talk to you about something I believe that is very influential within our society. And it's the idea of normality. The definition of the word normal is to be conforming to, semicolon, to be what is expected, semicolon, typical, average, ordinary. Now my question is, who among us is normal? Really though, who is this framework of what a normal person is? Because I can't think of anyone. So maybe then, just maybe, the idea of normality has been fabricated. Now let me take a few steps back. Take a model's career, for example. Models are always portrayed as what a typical woman should look like, right? We see them on magazines and ads. See them almost everywhere. Now, in order for society to maintain this idea that women should have perfect skin, be totally fit, have long legs, and be everything that is desirable in this world, we've come up with the concept of Photoshop. I don't know about you, but I can't compete with a photoshopped image of a model. I mean, that's completely fabricated. Why are we expecting individuals, real humans, to compete with something that's completely made up out of thin air? And in turn, this makes women try to achieve something that is unachievable. And they do this by extreme dieting. I mean, I hear it all the time. Oh, I'm going on, reduced calorie diet. No carbs, no fruits, because fruits, the sugar in fruits, they'll make you fat. And it's crazy. So they go on extreme diets. They buy expensive clothing, brand name accessories. There's even, in foreign countries, surgeries that women break their legs just so that they can have them extended a ½ inch so that they're taller. And this idea of trying to achieve to something that is unattainable always allows an individual to think that they're lesser than, that they're not good enough, and that they need to be doing more. Because who they are, that's not good enough for society. No, you can't see my ribs, so I have to lose 10 more pounds because you can see that model's ribs. No, I need to have black hair because black hair is sexier and more appealing. And it makes individuals hate themselves. I mean, I see women all the time. I see them in my school, people I work with, family members. They begin to doubt who they are, their true inner beauty. And this isn't just happening to women either. This is happening to men, children, everyone. I mean, take music, social media, advertisements. Every advertisement for alcohol promotes having a good time. Almost every song refers to drinking, going to a club, having a good time. And yet we don't talk about the consequences. It's crazy to me because everyone knows the consequences. We all know what leads to too much alcohol. I mean, I don't because I'm underage, so I don't. We all know what happens if you do drugs. And not just the legal consequences, but the physical, mental, and emotional consequences to that individual and those around them. So why as a society do we punish individuals when they stand up and say, no, you know what, I can have a good time without drinking and without drugs? Because we all know in colleges, in sorority life, hazing is a very common activity. And news, they won't report it because it's kind of swept under the rug. It's normal. Teenagers act that way. They'll grow out of it. Some people don't. And they only report on it when, unfortunately, an individual loses their life. Because they were trying to fit in, trying to be normal. They're trying to show that they can hang, that they can be in with the crowd. I've personally struggled with finding my identity and how that fits within society. And I always thought that I was alone in that. And that was very naive of me because the more I've matured and the more experiences I've had in my life, I've realized that I'm not the only one at all. Everyone goes through it, and most people are still struggling with it to this day. So that it's not just kids, it's not just teenagers, that a lot of adults still quite don't know who they are and how they fit within society. And for a while, when I struggled with that, I didn't know which way to go because I'm not a girly girl. I don't paint my nails. I don't always do my hair. But at the same time, I'm not a tomboy. I want to feel pretty and dress up and look nice sometimes. So I was always torn between, okay, well, which one do I go for? And for a while, I had to cover that up. I had to mask it up, to act like I was okay, like I wasn't affected by that. And I see so many teenagers around me that struggle with that too. And for me, it's just, I'm fortunate enough to know that, yes, I'm not normal. My parents right now are probably like, okay, Nicole, yes, we know that you're not normal. We've known that for a while. Sorry, Mom and Dad, it took me this long to figure that out. But you know what? I'm more than happy with not being normal. Because this idea of normality has had a lot of backlashes within society. Bullying is a serious, serious issue. And at the root of it is this idea of wanting to fit in, wanting to be normal. Any bullying situation is based on sexuality, race, religion, what someone's wearing, the color of their hair, anything, you name it. The list goes on. And it's sad to me that we're programming children at a young age that if someone has a characteristic that might not be typical or ordinary or normal, that we should hurt that person with words, actions, that we should attack that person because of that trait that makes them who they are and unique. And I don't understand why we feel the need to have everyone be the same. Because isn't the point of living different for everyone else? What makes me happy won't make you all happy. What I find pleasure in, some of you may not. And this idea of normality, it seems to be that everyone thinks that it'll bring us all together, that it'll unify us. When in reality, it's just tearing us apart because no one's the same. And it's just crazy to me that we're putting individuals in a box, and this box doesn't even exist. You know, society, if we keep going forward with this idea that we all are supposed to act the same, that men have these specific traits, that women have these specific traits, that there's normal, not normal, that the world is black and white, we're going to crumble. Whenever in anyone in this room's life has a decision been black and white? Almost none of the time. Because I know for me, I've only lived 17 years, and my life has been many, many different shades of gray. That sounds like I'm referring to the book, but I'm not, I promise. I really promise I'm not referring to that. And it's been, for 17 years, I feel like I've been crawling and feeling my way out, and that it's not as easy as everyone makes it seem, as society makes it seem that, okay, yep, this is the right path, this is the wrong path. If you're on the wrong path, you're going to be shunned. If you're on the right path, you're with us. That's not that easy. I wish it was, but it's not. That's just not how life is. So why is this idea at the root of how we're living when we all know that life is not that simple? Because if we keep going forward with this idea, if we keep trying to thrive and reach further and go farther, we too shall fall. Thank you.